welcome back to my channel. My name is Nila if you're new. Today I'm going to talk about stuff that Swedish people do. And before I get into it, I just want to address to those of you that don't know me. I am Swedish myself. Jag lovar, jag är jättesvensk. And the reason why I'm making this video is mainly because I actually met a Swede the other day because I went to a job interview and she was Swedish. And she basically just like made me feel like, oh shit. He's basically the whole reason to me making this video, so shout out. So the first thing that I notice so many Swedish people do actually only applies to the like white Swedish people, and I think anyone that is like a half Swedish or like a colored Swedish person, I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. The thing is that they try to be less Swedish. It's like being Swedish is just not enough, and it's just not good enough. You have to be something else. And I've noticed this especially when I have a conversation with someone, we're talking about, I don't know, something, and then my ethnicity comes up for various reasons, and I'm just like, yeah, so my mom is from Thailand and my dad is from Sweden, but I'm still Swedish. What usually happens then is that they will like go back to their family like history, and they will find the tiniest percent that is not Swedish, and they will be like, oh yeah, so like my great grandma was like half Norwegian, so like I totally get what you mean with it like being a half, you know, that stuff. And I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but it's a thing. That's actually like, it's a thing. They do it. And like this girl that I met the other day, she was like, oh, like I can't remember what it was, probably like her grandma, grandpa, someone was like Finnish, I think she said, and she just like kept on talking with it and like talking about it and was like, oh, like I'm so like international and I'm not Swedish. The thing is, like, I don't understand it because like, I mean, just be proud, man. Just be proud of where you come from. Like, what's the deal? And the second thing is that they try to like not look Swedish, and it's like, I've heard so many people that are like, oh, like I've heard that I don't look like typical Swedish. Like, what the fuck is even a typical Swede? Like, let's be real, Hill. Can't even talk. A typical Swede would probably be like blonde and tall and blue eyes, I guess. But like, let's be real though, like Swedish people look in so many different ways. They come in so many different colors and just ways of looking. I mean, look at me. I'm not blonde, I'm not tall, my eyes are fucking black. That's just another thing that they do. And this girl, again, I'm sorry, like I'm just going back to her, but this girl, she was like, oh yeah, because like I've heard from people that I don't look like Swedish because I'm a little shorter. And I'm like, but like you're still blonde and you have blue eyes. It's not like you just tell people that you're Swedish and they like, oh my gosh, like you don't look Swedish. Like, it's not really like that. Like 100% of the people you tell that you're Swedish to, they're gonna believe you. And then another thing that is like typical to like Swedish families or like retired couples or like, you know, big families going on vacation is that like they will get all excited and stuff, and they'll like take leave from their jobs and schools and everything for like 4 weeks or something like that. Probably not that long, like 2 maximum. And they will plan this family trip and stuff. But the thing with Swedish people is like they only go to 2 different countries, I swear to God. It's either Spain or Thailand. Like, honestly, there are some like cool adventurous families that they might go to Greece or like Italy. I know that like so many are gonna be like, you're just talking bullshit, Nila. But let's be real though. If you're Swedish, please tell me you've never been to Spain or Thailand for like 2 weeks. And not only that, it's not just that like you go to Spain or Thailand. It's the thing with like you book, like you buy a package basically. You pay just one price and you get everything in it. It's like all inclusive. And you stay at like this fancy resort and you do all the touristy stuff. And then they'll come home and they'll be like all tan and stuff. And they're like, I just came back from Thailand. I spent 2 weeks in Thailand, and I'm like, okay, well, what did you do in Thailand? And they just like, oh, you know, sunbathing, stayed at the resort, we had pasta for dinner, and I'm like, I mean, at the same time, I feel like I'm probably not one to talk because, like, I mean, I'm pretty Swedish myself. I actually went on one of those, like, package vacations. I went with my family ones and with my friends ones. The first time I went with my parents, and we went to Gran Canaria, and basically, like, it was this whole, like, package trip. The guide was Swedish. If I'm not wrong, I think even, like, the people that picked us up at the airport, I swear to God, they were probably Swedish. Like, they had, like, Swedish food, you know, this big resort, and basically, like, everyone that stayed there were either Swedish, Norwegian, or Danish. I mean, then again, like, I'm lucky because, like, I actually managed to convince my parents to rent a car, and we actually drove around, like, in the city or on the island. It's an island, right? Whatever. Second time I went to Greece with my friends, but I mean, that was a little different because, like, we still did our own thing, which is, like, got the package thing because it was easier because we were, like, 5 girls. But at the same time, it's still, like, everything's Swedish. Is like, what's the point in leaving the country? Because we went on this, like, boat thingy, what's it called, island hopping, and the guide was Swedish. RIP. That brings me to the next thing the Swedish people do, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I thought it was a myth until I experienced it myself. Because, like, I never really, I mean, you know, you hear about it and, like, you hear people telling you stories, but you never really know if it's real until you actually experience it yourself. What I'm talking about is the thing when you go on these, like, package thingy vacation tickets, blah blah. And I mean, because everyone travels like that pretty much, so everyone on the plane is gonna be Swedish. Like 100% of the people on that plane will be Swedish. And I mean, it's not like a big deal. It's like, that's fine, you know, it's a normal plane ride. There isn't really much of a difference until you land. So when you land, these people, like, you know how, I don't know, I mean, most people have probably been flying before. You know, when you land, people, I mean, they get up, they get their bags, they leave the plane, that's it. That's not how Swedish people do it, okay? Swedish people, like, so the plane, it lands, and the captain will be like, oh, we successfully landed in, I don't know, somewhere, wherever you're going. Probably, like, Gran Canaria, somewhere else in Spain. Like, it'll be all silent for, like, a few seconds. And then, this is how every single person, except for myself, on the plane goes. They just start, like, clapping their hands and, like, being woo, like, whoa, we landed. Like, don't get me wrong, okay? Like, bless the captain's soul for bringing us to the ground safely. Seriously. Like, as much as I love flying, I love the ground more, okay? But why the fuck do they clap their hands? I don't understand. It's like, they act as if they just, like, heard the funniest joke of their life, and they're just like, yeah. You got it, man. I just do not understand. Can someone please explain it to me? Because, like, as much as I am a Swedish person myself, I don't get it. Because thing is, I see no one else do it in no other country. Like, no other type of people have I ever seen do this. Oh my god. Oh gosh, I don't even know why I'm so passionate about the fact that they... Oh my god. Those were the things that I just, like, wanted to talk about because, like, I've been thinking about it for, like, the past day and I just cannot get it out of my head. I had to just, like, let it out, you know? And I mean, obviously I am stereotyping, I am generalizing. Obviously not every Swede is like this. But, like, let's be real though. If you're Swedish, if you're from a Swedish family, you can't deny this. Come on. Can you really deny it? I don't think you can. Like I said again, I'm Swedish. Like I have so much love for most of the Swedish people, and Sweden. I mean, Sweden will always be my number one home country, of course. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!